Hello, friends, and welcome back to another session with me, Neeta, your intimacy coach, on love, intimacy, and whatever it takes in your relationships to keep going and to build that deeper bond. So, today I'm going to talk about loneliness. Is it that you feel lonely at most times? You long for a relationship and you're not able to connect with people the way you want to? You have been hurt in the past, and so you are trying to overcome that, and it is even making you more lonely because you kind of don't trust anyone else now, and you are afraid of being hurt again. So loneliness is something that all of us have gone through at some point in our times, either when we were growing up, or when we were hurt by a friend, or when we lost our partner. So, loneliness is something which I really deeply connect with, because when I lost my husband in 2016, the next 2 years were filled with loneliness. Having someone by your side and having someone who you can trust, you can depend on, you can love, you can be who you are, that is something that we all long for. And when that was lost in my life, I just felt that there was no meaning, there was no connection. I didn't know what I was living for. So I can really relate to this problem if you are going through it. So, today let's talk about how loneliness and intimacy work with each other. So, they might be seen actually as opposing forces, because you might say that if I'm lonely, obviously I don't have a partner, and if there is no partner, there is going to be no intimacy. But actually, they are deeply interconnected. So, understanding this connection is crucial for fostering deeper connections and combating the loneliness that we face in our lives. Now, loneliness is this feeling of isolation, right? Disconnection, and the lack of meaningful relationships. It can be caused by so many factors that happen with us, including social isolation, loss of someone, lack of close relationships, or even feeling misunderstood with the existing relationships that you have. Now, what is the impact that loneliness has on intimacy? Firstly, there can be a fear of rejection. So loneliness can make you feel, that you are going to be rejected, making it very difficult for you to open up and be vulnerable, which is an essential ingredient for intimacy. The second thing that happens is that you are going to feel very low self esteem. Loneliness can chip away at your own confidence, making it challenging to believe that you deserve or you are capable of any close connections. The third thing is, without consistent practice, the skills which are needed for intimacy, like communication, empathy, these can, further drive you away, which is going to hinder building connections. So, if I say that intimacy actually can be the antidote to your loneliness, then what will you say? So, intimacy, on the other hand, is the feeling of closeness, connection, and deep understanding with another person in our lives. It involves emotional vulnerability, shared experiences, and also a sense of belonging. Now, let me share how can intimacy combat loneliness. First of all, it will reduce this isolation that you are feeling. Intimacy provides a safe space and emotional support, reducing this feeling of being alone. So, when you try and build that relationship with someone, you are not going to feel isolated and lonely anymore. The second thing is that it gives you the self worth, feeling valued and cared for by another person can significantly improve your self esteem and your confidence. So, if someone really cares for you, loves you, and stands by you, then it does boost your self worth and you feel that everything is worth it. The third thing that it does is it helps you to develop your communication skills, your connection skills, because regular practice of talking to someone, communicating, then empathy, vulnerability, all these strengthens these skills, which makes it easier to build these meaningful connections. So, how do we break this cycle of loneliness, which surrounds us, and we don't know where to go from there? The good news is that this cycle of loneliness, of isolation, can be broken. And here are some steps that you can take so that you can move from loneliness to intimacy. The first thing is that you need to challenge your negative self beliefs. So recognize that you deserve connection and you are capable of forming close relationships. Just because something happened in the past, it's not that life is going to be the same. You can always revisit and reconnect with someone else, and maybe that is what is meant to happen. So, get out of this negative self talk that you are not enough. You are enough, my friend. The second thing that you need to do is practice a lot of self compassion. Be kind and understanding towards yourself, especially during the setbacks. So don't just keep blaming yourself that, I did wrong, I did this. We all make mistakes. Sometimes it's not even our mistake. But then we just keep judging ourselves. So don't do that. This negative self talk is not going to help in any which way. The third thing that you need to do is just reach out to others for help. Connect with friends, family, or join some groups, or go and do some activities that you enjoy where you can share your interests with someone else. And that can help you to start reconnecting with people. Focus on quality over quantity. So invest time and effort in deepening your existing relationships. Whoever you're close to right now, maybe you have some friends, or you have a parent at home, or you have a sibling, try to deepen the connection with them by talking to them, listening, by being vulnerable to them. Because I know that a lot of times you don't have anyone that you can depend on, but that's not the case. There's always someone around in this world that we are living. It's just that we isolate ourselves and we feel that we are alone. And the last thing that you can do is be vulnerable and be open. So share your thoughts, feelings, and needs authentically with someone. And when you do that, you will be able to come out of this loneliness. And don't stop yourself from seeking help. If your loneliness is becoming very overwhelming, then consider counseling, therapy to gain tools and support to get out of this thing that you are, dwelling on from the past. So building intimacy, it takes time and effort, of course. You have to be patient, but celebrate your small victories and don't be afraid to reach out for help. By actively seeking connection and by practicing the skills of intimacy, you can break free from loneliness and you can build fulfilling relationships again in your life. So I hope that today's session was helpful to you. Stay connected with me. Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe wherever you're watching me. And I hope that you will work on your loneliness. If you are one of those who's currently going through a heartbreak or feeling very lost, then I just surely hope that you will be able to come out of it soon. So take the help that you need and connect with someone and again find happiness in your life. That is my wish for you. So take care of yourself and stay blessed. I shall see you again tomorrow on another session.